Hello, everyone. This is Burstlimit Jones, and welcome to another Burstlimit Memoirs. As I tell you certain stories and points of my life, while I give y'all good visuals from games from my PS5. Last time, I got into the first few parts of where I was at Camp Johnson because there were so much to tell, and I didn't want to overload you and have like a 30-minute long video or whatnot. Honestly, I don't know how many parts this is. This could be the final part. I don't know. But um last time after Christmas break, after Christmas vacation, we came back. Most of us chilled in the barracks for like 2 weeks, and we had to go and ask to be picked up for training. And then once that training started, I actually caught up with old friends from my platoon when I first got in on Marine Corps boot camp training before I got held back a week. And we started to there chop it up. It was like really easily. Like most of the time, we was like learning warehouse stuff, like learning how to read a document, learning how to put in a document, make a document number, scan some stuff, whatever. And then after that, um, we went to we took a field trip to Camp Lejeune. We took a field trip to Camp Lejeune, and we went to the place where I ended up being at. More on that later. And it was like teaching us like the warehouse stuff, like hands-on training and whatnot. It really didn't take that long and whatever, but and our instructor half the time he wasn't even there. He had his assistant instructing us. And afterwards, like, and we only PT'd with him like twice, running like 10 to 12 miles all over base. I won't say 10 to 12. I will say 8 miles or some 8 miles or less and whatever. But during those times I met a lot of new people. Um Shout out to my friend David Abrams. We was in a room together, and he he was a real womanizer, and he loved Trey Songs, and he will always, always, always tell me his sex adventures or sex capades, if you mind you or whatever. I mean, I hate to say it, but I took a little bit out of his page later on in life. That was before I met the love of my life. But anyway, another friend I want to shout out is Sylvester Norman. We were in my first platoon together, 1080. That was our first platoon, and like me and him was like talking about Martin and Friday all the time. And I remember there was like a joke. Um, I remember there was a joke one time because I tried to put Gatorade in my damn canteen, and the drill instructor was like, "Hey, hey, 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 what are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm putting Gatorade in this. I'm tired of water. You better put some water in that shit." It's like as soon as I told that, that was like the goddamn running joke of the goddamn of the whole MOS school. Every day we just clowning and like it was just all day. It was just never a dull moment. Like I had a lot of fun. Who else? This dude, Brooks. I met him in another platoon as also the same platoon, 1080. He was a bit of a womanizer too. He was black as hell, but he was a pretty good friend. What did he do? Oh yeah, he was a womanizer too, and there was this girl that he was talking to, and then when after they broke up or whatever, and she was like crying in his face or whatnot about how he did her and whatever, and as he was telling me this story, I thought he was just finna, you know, say be empathetic and tell her like no, but it's over though, blah 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 blah. But as soon as she poured her heart out and told him how he did her, he was like, "So?" I'm telling you, I never laughed so hard in my entire life when he said that. And it was just crazy, like how he just telling the story, and then he just said so, all nonchalant, like, I guess either he had an older brother or a father that, or his father taught him about that, or he had a, what was that, or he, learned from his cousins, or whatever, or just was did wrong by women in high school, and now he's turning the tables. We all been there, especially me. Who else? There was this guy, other guy. We wasn't in platoon together at all. We were at the rifle range together, but we ended up seeing each other again. Ended up in the same MOS school, which was kind of, it was, I don't know, but he was cool. But sometimes he had got on my nerves. His name was Huey. Matter of fact, I remember one day I had everybody. I don't know what it is. Like, I had everybody rolling in the berries, because I didn't want to go to the barbershop to get a haircut or whatnot. I was getting a Bears cut, and he was saying some slick ass shit, and I was getting my haircut. I was like, "Hey, Huey, word on the street is you need to shut the fuck up." And everybody just bust out laughing. And I think that's why how he messed up my haircut. The barber was cutting my hair. That's how he messed up my haircut, and that's how I had to get it again that next day, because they said like, "Oh, your barber messed you up or whatever." Or maybe he didn't give me no Barrett's cut. Now that I think about it, he didn't give me no Barrett's cut. He gave me a damn actual, you finna go out to the club haircut or whatever, and they didn't want that. So, um, everything was cool with, on the guy side. And I had another friend, his name was Alex Cross, or Brian Cross, I'm sorry. And me and him was cool. He considered me his best friend. And I talked to him a while after I got in the fleet, when he went to Japan or something like that. But we had lost touch, and I never heard from him again. But the reason why I'm mentioning him, and I'm finna mention another friend, that he liked this girl, and her name was Penny Taylor. And I was doing everything I can to hook them up. But I hate to say it, but she said that she didn't like him like that, and then I told him, and he was like, "Oh, okay." But then the next day, she ended up cuddling with me on the damn couch, and at first I thought it was just a friendly cuddle, but I didn't know that she actually liked me. More on that later, I promise. But I'm rambling again, and I don't want to run out of time. I don't want to take up too much time. But anyway, um, as we got close to towards the end of MOS school, we had to learn how to drive a forklift. But the only person that didn't know how to ride a forklift or drive a forklift was me. It was because I had got sick, and everybody in the doggone barracks know. Everybody who lived in those barracks knew that I was sick. It wasn't a COVID thing. It was just me being sick, because everybody knew that. I think everybody knew it was rare and unusual. Even the people, my mom always thought it was unusual that I really got sick. The people I only knew for like maybe a month and a half found it unusual that I was sick. And everybody, and that's the first time I felt like genuine care or genuine love, because everybody came and checked up on me, see if I was okay, and I felt really good about it. But it only lasted one day, so I was back in the fold and learned a little, learn some more stuff about the fleet and whatever. And mind you, all this happened in 2 weeks. Our training only lasted 2 weeks to learn regular warehouse training. And by the time we graduated and everything, graduated in our dress uniforms or whatever, we all got our orders. And one friend of mine went to California, another friend of mine went to Japan, and he was kind of upset because he was going with a girl there. She was like a pretty young thing. I think she was a Asian girl, an Asian American girl, something like that. And he yeah, he was mad about that. I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. What you want me to do?" But anyway, on the other hand, I was kind of hoping to stay on the East Coast And mind you, I was granted that. Maybe it's because they didn't like me or something like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm starting to think like nobody liked me or they didn't too much favor me, so they just sent my ass to Camp Lejeune. It was like, oh, send him to Camp Lejeune. He'll get in trouble eventually. He'll get kicked out. But uh so that was pretty much it with the MOS training. It really didn't take long. And I shouted out all my friends that, that had an impact on my life while I was there. And we all had fun. And, too bad we all had to go our separate ways again and grow up. But anyway, um, the only three people that came from my MOS school that came with me to the same fleet, to the same battalion, was Ryan Rogers and Timothy Vincent. And we went there on a weekend, so we didn't get picked up till that Monday. And while doing that, we just chilled in the receiving barracks until they came and got us. And as I took a nap in the barracks, as I do, and watched my DVDs and whatever, Ryan comes back with a car. And I'll get more into that when we talk about it next time, as I finally joined the fleet in the Marine Corps. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And I will see you all next time.